on issues like the border and immigration. These are huge, huge priorities for the incoming administration. Same when it comes to the opioid crisis, and Vance has obviously a very personal connection to that. This will be, he has talked a lot about his roots in Appalachia. He, of course, is the author of that bestseller, Hillbilly. I think a lot of folks knew him from prior to his entry into politics. And so for him, for his family, a critical moment as well here. You look at Donald Trump Jr., who is up there assembled with other family members, somebody who was a driving force based on our reporting and the folks that we've talked to in setting up J.D. Vance to be in conversations with his father, to be the vice presidential pick. And he is going to be another person who is he's not in the toolbox, if you will, but certainly has political apparatus to try to turn some of these levers the Trump administration hopes.
Well, it's just interesting. J.D. Vance is 40 years old. He's been a United States Senator 2 years, and in a few minutes from now, he'll be literally a heartbeat away from the presidency.
It's extraordinary. And remember the reaction when he was picked. Some within the Republican Party were very nervous. They thought that then candidate Trump was doubling down on MAGA and the MAGA brand, and they were worried that that would alienate the types of voters that they would need to win. Ultimately, it did wind up helping them in all of the critical battleground states. And the thinking, is he in fact the future of the MAGA party, of the MAGA brand? We'll have to see how it unfolds. It's also striking to see his family there waiting for these proceedings to begin, because again, he will be entering the White House without them in the West Wing with him. Very different than his first term when Ivanka Trump, when Jared Kushner were there with him.
And they were so influential in selecting Mike Pence, which is interesting. So it's still part of the family business to advise on the running.
To advise consent and interview candidates. Well, it's interesting, too, because you mentioned J.D. Vance, and does he have a political future? Of course, he would say yes. I believe he's already visited New Hampshire, but it also brings up